everyone, and welcome to another video. For today we have another declutter. Today we're going to be doing all of my face powders. So I have a dry skin, in case you guys didn't know that, but I do love setting my face with face powder. So we're going to go through these and get rid of some old ones, and some just don't work. So this is basically my whole collection that I have right now, and I'm going to lay them all out so you guys can see all of them. But just wanted to show you how I contain them, because this is out of control. Like, I only have one face. I do not need these many powders. Alright guys, so these are all my powders laid out. So let's go ahead and start with this one here. So this one here is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination powder, and I have mine in light. So this one I bought because Jessica Braun actually recommended it. She said this is one of her favorite powders. It comes with a little mirror, it comes with a little brush under, which I don't believe anybody uses, but I've used this powder quite a few times, and I think I'm going to keep it just because I think it does a good job, but I don't think I've used it enough where I can tell you whether I like it or not. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. It does look very pretty. I used it the other day with the IT Cosmetics Nude Glow foundation, and it looked really pretty, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. Next up, we have this one from CoverFX, and this is the Perfect Setting Powder. The Perfect Setting Powder, and I have it in light, and this one's really nice, and it comes with a little stopper, which is very convenient. I feel like all companies honestly should be doing this. Where does it, there we go. And yeah, it just makes it so that you don't spill anywhere. It gives you like the perfect, so typically the way I do it, I just apply it to the little cap, and that's how I use it. But this is like a very nice powder for my skin type. Like, I feel like it sets it perfectly without it looking any cakiness or anything like that. So it's a very light powder, but it's a very nice powder. So this is one that I'm definitely going to keep. Up next, we have this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is a newer one. This is the Camo Powder Foundation, and I have mine in light 210N. And this one's not actually like my perfect color. As you guys can see, it's a little dark, but they have one, I think it's like 205N or something like that. You can only buy it on the e.l.f. site, so I'm probably going to be picking that up soon. But this is still a good shade for me. Like, if I apply it lightly, it still looks nice on my skin, but it is a little bit dark, like if I want to really pack it on. So if I want to do that, typically I'll just do it on the areas where I'm going to apply like my bronzer or something like that, and then it works fine. But this is a really good powder. So many people have been talking about it. If you haven't heard about it, maybe you're living under a rock, I don't know. But this is a really good powder. It comes with a mirror, it has a little brush under, and it's just a really good powder. Alright, up next we have this one from Believe Beauty. This is from the Dollar General, and I actually picked this up when I went to Detroit on my way to my trip to Michigan. And this is a nice powder. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite powder, but it's a nice one. It doesn't have a stopper, obviously, and that's kind of the shade. I think it's, what shade is this? It is the translucent, but it's a nice powder. I feel like it sets your makeup up. But I think I'm going to put this in my maybe pile and see what I end up with, and see if I want to keep it or not, because like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's a good powder. So we'll see if we keep it. But if you're looking for like an affordable, just, you know, get the job done kind of powder, this is a really good powder. Up next, we have this one from Pure Cosmetics, and this is the 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15, and I have it in Linen MN3. And this is another one that I picked up on a recommendation from someone. I don't remember who it was, and honestly, just I'm not impressed with this powder. Like, I don't think it's a bad powder, but I don't think it's that great. I know a lot of people rave about this one, but it's just not the powder for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go, because I would prefer to use the IT Cosmetics one than this one. Next up, we have this one from No. 7. This is the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in light medium. And honestly, I think I'm gonna keep this one. This one, I got it because just like a Braun was raving about it, saying that it was amazing. And it's a good powder. I just don't think I've used it enough to be able to tell if I love it or not, because again, I have so many other ones that I just kind of jump around and I never really make a decision whether I like them or not, and this is one of those, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it for now. This next one is from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me powder in Fair Light. This is not cruelty free, of course, but this powder is one of the best powders that I've ever tried, and it makes me so sad that it's not cruelty free. Because it's a powder that I've actually repurchased over and over so many times because it's just a really good powder. Like, this is probably my third one now, and I mean, this will be my last one, unfortunately, but this is a powder that if you're not cruelty free, it's a really good powder. Sets your makeup. It doesn't look cakey. It's just a really good powder all around. I'm going to keep it, but once I go through it, I will not be repurchasing it. Next up, we have this one from Flower Beauty. This is the Better Not Bitter powder, I guess, and I have it in translucent. It does have a little stopper. This is a really good like event powder. Like if you want your makeup to last all night long and you need something to set it to do that, this is an amazing powder. However, on a daily basis, first of all, I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do, I don't wear makeup so that it lasts me all day. So this is a powder that I probably will never go through, to be honest, but I do want to keep it because it's still a good powder. You know, it's a really nice powder, and I want to have it for days when, you know, I might be going to a wedding or something like that, and I want my makeup to last. This is a good one for that. This next one is newer to me. This is the Zoeva finishing powder in Outstanding. And I got this one because Mallory Brooke was actually talking about it, saying that it's one of her favorites. It comes with a little net thing. I love these little, whatever you want to call them, like dispensers kind of thing. I feel like they're genius, and I wish more companies did that. But yeah, I actually really like this powder. It sets my makeup beautifully. I don't know if I would say that it makes my makeup last longer, but it does set it very nicely and it makes it look nice. So this is one that I'm going to keep, especially because it's also newer to me. Up next, we have this one from Jcat Beauty. This is the Aquasurance Compact Foundation, and I have mine in Natural. And honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this one because the color is just a little bit too deep for me. This is a foundation or a powder foundation that's been a favorite for a lot of people. For me, honestly, I never really liked it too much, so I never wore it that much, but it's a good powder. It's just not my favorite, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. Up next, we have this one from Covergirl. This is the Vitalist Healthy Powder, and I have mine in Classic Ivory. And I don't know, I just think that this one was just okay for me. I know a lot of people were like loving it and all that, so I think I'm okay with letting it go because I have other ones that I like a little bit more. Next up, we have the BareMinerals Original Mineral Veil, and this is in the Sheer Light. If you have seen any of my videos before, you will know that I love this powder so much. I actually had the translucent one over there first, and I just picked up the tinted one, which is, I mean, it has barely any tint because this is like a very light powder, but it's just so pretty on the skin. I feel like it sets your makeup really nicely. It works really well under your eyes, and it's just one that I really been enjoying. And honestly, if I go through it, I would for sure buy it again. This is like one of my favorite compact powders, so this would be like top 5 for me, but I'm definitely going to keep it, and I'm excited to have now the tinted one instead of just the translucent, but this is one that I would highly recommend. Up next, we have this one from e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light, and this is the one that I was saying that it's really similar to the Maybelline one, but I actually like this one better. I think this one sets your makeup really nicely, and because it has like that little bit of the glow, it just, I don't know, it just makes everything look really nice. There's no shimmer in it at all, but it gives it like a very healthy glow. And this is like, I feel like almost underrated. Like I only hear a few people talking about it, and it's one that it's definitely my favorite, or one of my favorite powders, like loose powders for sure. And it's one that I would highly recommend. This is one that I'm gonna let go. Honestly, I think this might have been one of my first loose powders that I ever purchased. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. The packaging is so weird. It's basically like a salt shaker. I don't know what to say about it, but This is one that it did the job a long time ago. I liked it, but after I tried all these other ones, this one is just not one that I reach for anymore, like ever at all. And I actually emptied it into this little container because I hated how this one, you know, the application was kind of dumb. I don't like it. So I started using it in here. So these are two that I am gonna let go. Next up, we have this BareMinerals concealer powder, and this is actually really new to me. I have it in the shade Bisque, and it comes with the Spectrum 25, and this is a really nice powder, and it's just like a really nice peachy kind of shade, and it's just really pretty. So this is one I'm definitely going to keep, especially because it's newer to me. All right, this next one's from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know the name because it doesn't have it, but I got it in light. And this is the mini version, but basically the only reason why I wanted it is to go ahead and set my under eyes with it. And I've used it maybe a couple times or 3 times, and I actually really like how this sets my under eyes. So this is one I'm obviously going to keep because I just got it. But also the packaging is beautiful. It looks really beautiful under the eyes. It has a little mirror, and although it's a very small size because it is a mini, I feel like it's probably going to last me a very long time because it's only for my under eyes. I'm not going to use it all over my face. You can do that, but that's not why I purchased it for. So this is one that I'm definitely going to keep. This one here is the Kat Von D or the KVD. I don't remember when I got this powder. I think it's called like the Locket whatever powder, but this is one I'm going to let go. This is extremely old. I got it in like an Ipsy or BoxyCharm or something of that sort. And yeah, this is... I honestly never really cared about it. I know a lot of people loved it a lot, but I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that it was so small and inconvenient for me to find in my collection. It just kind of got lost, so I never used it. But it's one that is very old, so I'm going to declutter. This is also the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but I have it in light medium. But I don't know if I want to keep this or not because this shade is only good for me like in summer if I'm super tan. So I don't know if I'll use it enough though. I'll put this one in like my maybe, but again, very good powder. This next one is from Covergirl, and this is from their Clean and Fresh line, the little pink ones. I have it in the shade Fair 120. And this one, I got it because Taylor Wynn was raving that she loved how it sets her under eyes, and I used it, and to be honest, I didn't really notice like anything life-changing about it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it because I have other ones that I like more, like the BareMinerals or like the Charlotte Tilbury one or even the Elf. So this is just not one that I see myself reaching for just because I don't think it impressed me enough for me to reach for it. So it's time to let this one go. This next one is from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Fresh Wear in 130. This is a good powder. This is a good powder. However, I feel like it's a little bit too matte, like too mattifying for my skin type. But I do like it if I'm going to go to like a wedding or like some type of event. I feel like this makes your makeup get set, but also it makes it look really pretty because it's that fresh wear kind of line, which is supposed to be more like a natural looking, not natural in the sense of like light coverage, but natural in the sense that it's not super mattifying and cakey looking. So I am going to keep this one for those type of events kind of thing, but it's not one that I use every day. All right, let me declutter another one because we're not doing so great here. This is the Becca, I think it's like the Set and Refresh powder. This stuff was so weird when it came out. This is one that you put on and it kind of turns into like water or whatever. Honestly, I never cared for it. So this is one that I'm definitely gonna let go of. This is also one that I'm gonna let go. This is the Revolution, what is it called? Just the loose powder in light yellow, and I honestly thought this was kind of like garbagey. I don't know, I didn't think it was that great, and I felt like it looked kind of heavy on my skin. It just didn't really set it. I don't know, like of course it's gonna set it because you know it's a powder, but I feel like it just didn't look very flattering on my skin. So this is one that I can definitely let go of. So this is another one from Cover FX, but this is the Illuminating Setting Powder, and I have it in light. And to be quite honest, I just don't reach for this one because it's illuminating, which is kind of silly, I know. But it kind of reminds me of the one from, what was it called? I think it was Huda Beauty, the one that just came out with the glow powder that everybody was going crazy about. See how it has like that little bit of a glow? But I don't know, I feel like this one, it starts looking really nice, but then it can quickly become very glowy, like almost highlighty. And that's not, you know, my vibe. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this along because I didn't reach for it because of that reason of it being like, you know, too shimmery. So yeah. This next one is from LYS, and this is their triple fix, what is it called? Triple fix powder. This is the translucent. This is really pretty. I really like this to set my whole face. If I want to set my under eye, it just makes your skin look really nice. It's not heavy. And yeah, this is one that it's newer to me. I'm definitely going to keep it, and it's actually really nice because it's one of the few affordable brands in Sephora, and they have really nice products. I have their powder, I have their foundation and their concealer, and they're all really good. So this is a brand that if you have not checked them out, I would recommend to check out. All right, next up we have this one from Makeup Forever, and this is their matte velvet powder, and I have it in Y235. This is a really nice powder. It just sucks because they're not cruelty free, but this one sets your makeup really nicely. It actually adds coverage to your face. So if, let's say, you're wearing like maybe like a tinted moisturizer or something like that, this is a really good one to pair with that, because not only is it going to set it, but it's also going to add coverage to your face. So this is one that I'm going to keep, but because they're not cruelty free, of course, I wouldn't repurchase it. Then here we had the one that I was mentioning. This is the same as the other one, the BareMinerals Original Mineral Veil, but this is in translucent. This stuff is like crazy good. Like, I know it looks white and maybe scary, but once it's on your face, it's definitely translucent. You can't really see it. It's light. It's very beautiful, and I'm definitely going to keep it. All right, next up we have two from Laura Mercier. These are basically the same thing. It's just this one has like a special edition kind of packaging that I purchased, but they are not cruelty free. But these powders are so nice, so I'm definitely going to keep them, because if you've heard anything about them, these are cult favorites. They're both in translucent. They set your makeup very nice. They make your makeup last very long. I don't know if I would say that my makeup lasts very long, just because that's not what I look for in powders. I want my face just to be set. And typically, if I wanted to last long, I'll go for like the Beauty Bakery one. But if not, then, you know, like a setting spray or something like that. But yeah, this is a really nice powder. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm definitely going to keep it. And I had like, this is what I started with, a little mini. But then I ended up purchasing this one. So these are two that I'm definitely going to keep. And it comes with a little powder, which is nice and dirty. I need to wash it, but we're going to keep that one. And last but not least, we have this one from One Size Beauty. This is in the translucent. It's the loose powder. And this is just a really nice powder. I don't know yet if I want to keep it or not, because the only reason why I bought this one is to be used on my under eyes. And to be honest, I haven't really been enjoying it under my eyes. So I think it's one that I'm going to take back. I bought this one just recently for the Sephora sale that they were having. You might have seen it in my haul, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm just not very impressed. I think I prefer the BareMinerals one or the Charlotte Tilbury a lot better than this one. So this is one that I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but most likely I'm going to end up returning. But the package is really nice. I mean, I like I like the One Size brand. It's just this product specifically didn't work for me. Yeah, so let me go ahead and bring everything out, and I'll show you guys what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Alright guys, so this is going to be it for the declutter. So these here are going to be what I'm keeping, and from here this way is going to be what I'm getting rid of. I mean, I thought I was going to get rid of maybe half, but honestly I'm pretty happy with what I'm getting rid of, because now just looking at it, I see these and I'm like, okay, I actually like all these products and I'm excited to wear them, versus when I would have these, I was like, I don't like this one, I don't like that one, you know, kind of like cluttered my collection. So I'm happy to get rid of these and then just keep these. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. Let me know how you thought I did. I think I did pretty good. I'll leave the playlist below in case you guys want to watch some other declutters. I've already done quite a few and we still have quite a few to go, but that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate if you would do so, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.